Josh Mickle writes, "Hey AMC, keep up the great work. Just a curious question that popped in my mind. Frozen was one of the best animated movies, maybe of all time, and recently Captain America the Winter Soldier, to which I say just surpassed the Avengers and can't wait for Spidey 2. The commonality of Frozen and Captain 2 is that they each have two directors for those films. Do you think it's better to have two directors for movies, or are Frozen and Cap 2 rare movies that do well with two directors?"
Well, I really liked Frozen, but I'm not willing to call it one of the top 10 greatest animated films of all time.
Blasphemy!
It's really good, though. I enjoyed it a lot. I think it's a very, very good movie. But two directors on a film is not as rare as you might think. I mean, yeah, we got the Russo brothers going now, but don't forget about the Coen brothers, right? We're talking about things like Big Lebowski, No Country for Old Men, Raising Arizona. Neville, a couple friends of mine, Neville Dean and Taylor, who did the Crank movies. You're talking about the Wachowski siblings, right? The Matrix films, wrote V for Vendetta, directed the one with Tom Hanks that was just out right now, and I can't remember the name of it. You have Peter and Bobby Farrelly brothers. Something About Mary, Dumb and Dumber. You have the two guys. I keep forgetting the two guys who did I Love You, Philip Morris, and Crazy Stupid Love. I keep forgetting their names. But anyway, the point is, there is quite a good list of films and good films that are directed by two directors. Here's what I think the key is, though. I think if you're going to have two directors, they have to speak with one voice, and they have to be so in tune with each other that it's just they completely can function as one. And I don't think it's a coincidence. That's why a lot of these directing duos are brothers. A lot of the ones I just mentioned are brother director duos. You've got to be able to speak with one cohesive voice. So is it better to have two directors? No, I don't think it's better, but if they can speak with one cohesive voice, then I don't think it's any worse than having one director either. And like I said, that's why I think you see a lot of these guys who are brothers doing it. But anyway, Schnepp, as a director, how do you see this?
Yeah, I think you covered everything pretty much, as far as like it works when it's all in the family, like especially the Coen brothers. It's like they can like, here, you deal with the actors, I'll deal with the cameraman. They usually divvy it up that way. They're really cool about like, hey, you take this part of the task, I'll take that part of the task. And that's why it's so efficient in directing when you have two people who are like really can work together, and that's why siblings, it really works out really well, because they're unified, bonded by blood. And they've, dealt with all the sibling issues, back when they were kids, so that it's a lot easier for them to get over any kind of ego issues. I'm sure it's more like, you talk to the actor, I'll deal with the camera setup. I've always heard that that's how any of these siblings work. Pretty much one person is kind of in charge of this part. They really divvy it up that way.
Lord and Miller, I came for Lord and Miller, 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street, Caught with the Chance of Meatballs, Lego Movie. That's another one I just forgot about. So yeah,
but those guys aren't brothers.
No, they're not brothers.
It really helps though if somebody's worked together and they're like, hey, we have
and notice when they work together, they continue to work together.
Yeah.
It's not like, hey, today Martin Scorsese is going to direct something with Christopher Nolan. Then his next film, Martin Scorsese is going to work with Jason Reitman, and then no, it's a team of guys. Always together, speaking with one voice, understand their process together, like you're saying, and then it can really work.
And they'll take breaks, like Neville Dean and Taylor. They're going to take a break, do their own individual movies, and I'm sure they'll regroup and do Crank 3, hopefully.
Yeah.
I do have to take issue. Frozen is not the best animated film of all time, ever. Sorry, that's a statement. You should say, in my opinion, it could be one of the best animated films.
He did say maybe. He said maybe.
But he said it's the best one of the best animated films. I don't even think it's one of the best animated films. I mean, I thought it was okay. I just like I
thought it was really good.
But
I wouldn't put it in the top 10.
Toy Story, Sleeping Beauty. Sorry, I got 100 other movies that trample Frozen.
All right.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news, and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.